What's going on, guys? Welcome back to BlackTideTV. It is Wednesday, and as such, it is time for a new Infinite Warfare Epic Variant Review. So in today's Epic Variant Review, I've got the R.A.W. Liberty, or the Raw Liberty. I believe most players forego the acronym and refer to this weapon as the Raw, so I'll do the same in this video. Now, before we get started on the review itself, I'd like to briefly mention the results of the last Epic Variant Review Twitter poll. So on my Twitter page, at BlackTideTV, I often ask you guys which Epic Variant you'd like me to review next. And I believe it was last Wednesday, I think it was the NV4 Chaos Epic Variant Review, I asked you guys what you'd like to see on the next Saturday. Not that Saturday, but the following Saturday, which is this Saturday coming up. And you guys voted for the Mauler Mammoth. So that will be the next Epic Variant Review. When this video goes out, as this video is out, there will be a 7-day long Twitter poll going out with it, with 4 new options for you guys to choose which you'd like to see the following Saturday yet again. So not this Saturday coming up. This Saturday will be the Mauler Mammoth. You will be voting for the next Saturday, Saturday the 28th of January 2017. Now, I haven't yet picked which 4 variants I'm going to include, but they will obviously be on that poll when this video goes out. So head over to my Twitter page, at BlackTideTV. It's spelled the exact same way as the YouTube name. It will be linked in the description of this video as well. So head over there and vote on your next epic variant that you'd like to see. And now with that out of the way, let's talk about the Raw Liberty. So the Raw Liberty was one of the very first epic variants I actually had a chance to test. This is one of Renman's variants. I did not have the opportunity to unlock this one, but it is one of the very first that we did test, and I was planning to put it out a long time ago before they started introducing all of these DLC, new crazy things that are coming out in supply drops. Like, we get 3 new epic variants every 2 weeks. It's hard to keep up. So this one has been sitting in reserve for quite some time. The Raw has had a nerf since I got this gameplay. I can't exactly remember the qualities of that nerf. I believe it was like accuracy or something ridiculous for the Raw, so it wasn't anything too detrimental to the weapon. It wasn't too crazy. The weapon is still very sound, and I think it's a really great weapon overall. Just the Raw in general is a great weapon. It was one of the best weapons in the game at launch. It is a 3-shot kill across the map pretty well. It's got the craziest 3-shot kill range. It's absolutely insane. It's on par with the NV4. A lot of people think that the NV4 is the most OP gun in the game because it's so accurate and because it has a very good 4-shot kill range. Well, the Raw is way better. 3-shot kill range across the map, and it is fairly accurate. That is, it was before the nerf. So I'm not sure what that nerf did, but it did influence this weapon a little bit, and not as many people are using it anymore, which is a shame because it was really fun to see a lot of people using an LMG. Now, the Raw Liberty is a very special version of this LMG, of course. It's the only epic variant of the R.A.W. or Raw in the game so far. There hasn't been a second LMG or second epic variant for this LMG added into the game yet, although I'm sure it's not far from being put into the game. I mean, they've been adding crazy amounts of variants into this game. It's only a matter of time before we get a new variant for this weapon, a new epic variant for this weapon. Now, the thing is, I think that if they add an epic variant for this weapon of any sort, it will be better than the Raw Liberty, because the Raw Liberty isn't exactly that great. It doesn't really do anything that's beneficial to you, and it's more or less a waste of your salvage. So let's go ahead and take a look at the traits. I'll throw the card up as I usually do so you guys can follow along. So up there, it's got the epic trait Make It Rain, which gives you double magazine size, but you can no longer reload. And we're going to talk about that a little bit more in depth in a minute. It's also got the common trait Haste, which slightly increases your movement speed, but I think that is a load of bollocks because it doesn't do anything. I tested it, I tried it out, and the only difference in your movement speed, it's like a fraction of a second, like a fraction of a fraction of a fraction of a second faster. Like, you will not notice how much faster you are with the haste trait. It doesn't do anything, like, at all. And you would think that this would be a great common trait to have with an LMG because, well, it's an LMG and it's really heavy and it's going to be really slow to run around, but it doesn't do anything. So just completely throw that trait right out the window. I feel like I say that in every epic variant review video because a lot of these traits don't do anything or they don't help with certain weapons, and this is no exception. So let's loop back around to the Make It Rain trait. So Make It Rain gives you double magazine size, but you can no longer reload. And it's not joking. You cannot reload this weapon, like, at all. If you hit the square button or if you hit the X button on Xbox, nothing happens. nothing at all. It doesn't do anything. You cannot reload this weapon. It's physically impossible. So you're thinking, okay, so I got double magazine size, which is a lie. Let me just tell you right now. It's actually 160 bullets, whereas the regular RA has 70 bullets in its magazine. So it's actually double plus 20. I guess the people at Infinity Ward just don't know math, but it's double plus 20 magazine size. So say you run out of all those bullets. What happens now? Well, you're basically screwed because the Raw Liberty cannot pick up ammunition off the ground. Even if you kill an enemy that's using a Raw, and regularly you could go over and pick up that ammunition, you cannot pick up the ammunition. You're 100% sure that that's a Raw and you run over there, nothing will happen, because normally ammunition that you pick up off the ground goes into your reserve, and then you have to reload from your reserve into your magazine. Well, there is no reserve with this weapon. There's only a magazine, and you cannot reload. Now, you may be thinking, why would I care that I can't reload this weapon, that I can't resupply ammo with this weapon, when it comes default with 160 bullets in the magazine? I'm never going to fire through 160 bullets before I die. It's not that big of a deal. Well, it sort of is that big of a deal, because you actually don't know how many bullets you're firing through on a general basis. With regular weapons, you're resupplying ammo off the ground all the time. You're using scavenger bags. You're picking up extra ammo. You're reloading all the time. You're not really paying that much attention. And for the most part, you will run out of ammo with a lot of weapons in this game, this weapon being no exception. And this is an LMG that we're talking about. And LMGs, as far as I'm concerned, have two main purposes: crowd control and score streak elimination. Score streak elimination is very difficult in this game with bullet weapons, even LMGs. Take a warden, for example. You're playing and an enemy warden comes into the match. You have no more rockets and no more score streaks available to take this warden out. Being the LMG player, you are tasked with destroying the warden to secure victory for your team. Well, these are rough estimates, but say goodbye to between 80 and 100 bullets out of your magazine. Wardens are tough, and a lot of score streaks in this game are. They take a lot of damage before being taken out, especially with bullet weapons. So, being the LMG player, you're going to be expected to take out these score streaks. You're going to be expected to do the crowd control, firing at a certain area for a long period of time, keeping enemies from going down that lane and going into other areas, or just spraying at a doorway, making sure nobody can come through and secure your objective. So you're going to want more ammo than 160 bullets every now and again. Now, not every single match will have you below 160 bullets, but a lot of times, and probably the most inconvenient times, you will run out of ammo with this weapon. So how can we remedy this? Well, there are a couple loopholes that we can jump through to really fix this situation and end up with near infinite ammo. So the first is fusion mags. Fusion mags, essentially the best attachment in the entire world for this weapon, because you're never reloading. Now, you see, the problem with fusion mags is whenever you reload, you cancel out that one fusion mag and you can no longer regen ammo with that particular magazine. So if you reload a number of times with a weapon with fusion mags on, you essentially can no longer regenerate ammo and you lose out on the benefit of fusion mags. With this weapon, there is no reloading. So fusion mags equals infinite ammo. You can spray forever. Just make sure you don't go down to 0 bullets. I believe if you hit 0 bullets, it will no longer reload, but I could be wrong. And if I am, definitely let me know in the comment section down below. So one solution to our limited ammo problem is fusion mags, but say you don't have space for fusion mags on your class. Say you don't have an attachment slot, maybe you like your RA a certain way, and if you put on fusion mags, you have to get rid of your quick draw attachment. Say you don't have any space left in your class, you're at 10 out of 10 slots in your class, and you don't want to lose any of your perks to put on fusion mags. Well, there's another solution here, and that would be Synaptic's Rewind ability. If you did not know, Rewind is essentially Glitch from Black Ops 3, except it's way better. It regens all of your health and all of your ammo every time you rewind. So even with this weapon, say you're at 10 bullets left with this weapon, if you rewind, if you use that payload, it will instantly regen all the way up to 160 bullets. So you can just keep rewinding and keep refilling your ammo with the rewind ability. Now, the last thing that we tried was the Man-at-Arms trait, which did absolutely nothing. Man-at-Arms, Scavenger, they both don't work. Fusion mags and rewind are your solutions to the limited ammo problem. Now that we've discussed this weapon and its traits, how to fix those traits, it's time to discuss if this weapon is worth it or not, and my answer to that question would be definitely not. I don't think this weapon is really viable because it's not giving you any particular benefit. Sure, all your ammo is in one magazine and you don't have to worry about reloading, but this is an energy weapon, and using a standard raw, you can fire off, say, 10, 20 shots. It's got a 70 round magazine. It will automatically start to regen that ammo into your magazine because it's an energy weapon and that's what they do. So it doesn't exactly do anything particularly amazing. It really is just an extended mag attachment, but with a bunch of loopholes. So is it worth it? No. You can use the repeater rare variant. That's my personal favorite variant for the raw, which gives you increased ammo anyways, and you get the headhunter trait, which instantly refills your magazine on headshot kills. That would be my recommendation for you. I would say stay away from the Raw Liberty. It's really not that great. It's kind of weird, and it's just not that beneficial. But let me know what you guys think about it in the comment section down below. Hit the like button if you enjoyed this video. Subscribe for more daily gaming goodness. Head over to Twitter and answer the next Twitter poll, and I'll see you guys on the next video.